Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Arena Frontier here on Field Sports Network. Got a little bit more of an informational type episode, no guests this evening, about just the latest changes that happened that we talked about a little bit last week with our guest, Zach Killerman. We got the AF1 new schedule due to the Wichita regulators dropping out for this season and coming back the next. We also got new ownership within the indoor football league now, with one of the three dormant teams that are going to be supposed to be active the next year. Then we are going to discuss some actually late breaking news that comes from the Arena League. And then also a little bit, excuse me, a little bit of the new football league that's coming as well with the commissioner of former Buffalo Bills wide receiver Andre Reed. First, let's get to the AF1. First, before we go with the schedule, let's break down, just announce the latest free agent signings within the AF1 this from last week's show. Arizona had three: wide receiver Larry Beavers, defensive line Henry Kellogg, a very good defensive player, and adding to that already stout defense for the bad. Honestly, they're probably the best defense as of right now, in my humble opinion, or at least at the top three of the AF1, and offensive line Mike Brown. Then the new franchise of Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, with the Mavericks, they signed wide receiver David Cates, wide receiver Aaron Brown, linebacker Eli Thomas, and two quarterbacks, Nick Carlsman and Ed Crouch. Corpus Christi also signs a quarterback, Josh Holland, and kicker Aiden Johnson. Oregon only has one signee of offensive line, defensive line, Walt Harris. Southwest Kansas offensive line, Tony Kennedy. Washington kicker, Dominic Grimm. Defending Arena Football League champions, and probably the final one. Offensive line, Tyron Sampson Jr. Offensive line, Lakashi Ta'asi. Very long and very interesting name there. Offensive line, Steven Zabby. And finally, Nashville defensive back, Sean Lewis Jr. Pretty small compared to usually the weeks for the Arena Football one, but not bad nonetheless. Now let's get to the schedule here. They announced for our schedule, and because, as I said before, they had their Kansas team of Wichita, the regular, saying that we're going to be put on pause and come back the following season in 2026. So they come out with this here with Arena Football 1. Get ready for a new era of high-octane football. Arena football is roaring back, and the weekly matchups are set, promising a season of nonstop action and gridiron glory for fans nationwide. 11 teams will battle for the championship, thrilling seasoning spanning 15 weeks, featuring 12 games per team. The season kicks off the weekend of March 7th and culminates in the championship showdown the weekend of July 12th. So now they're actually going to be starting a little bit earlier than what they were before. They were actually going to start a little bit like late March. Now it's actually going to be more to near the beginning, a little bit after the beginning of March. So a little bit better for us arena football fans here. We are thrilled to bring back old rivalries and create new ones with our schedule, says AF1 CEO Jerry Kurtz. AF1 is bringing back the excitement of fast-paced action arena football with a fantastic lineup of teams and players ready to showcase their talent. We are incredibly excited to unveil the schedule for our inaugural season, added AF1 Commissioner Jeff Fisher. This schedule reflects our commitment to creating exciting matchups and building rivalries that will captivate fans. We believe this season will mark the beginning of a new era for arena football. The intensity will be unparalleled, with high stakes driving each team and player to give their all. On the field, in the end, only one team will rise above the rest to claim the title of inaugural Arena Football 1 champion. Highlights for Arena Football 1, as I said, begins on March 7th, concludes on the weekend of July 12th. So goes in from the beginning of the spring until basically midsummer. There will be 3 weeks of playoffs, quarterfinals, semis, and of course final for the championship game. Each team will have 12-game regular season schedule for each of both divisional and cross-divisional matchups. As we discussed before, Vice TV will air the Sunday night games of the week, basically, for Sunday night's an arena program block. Additional broadcast and streaming partnerships will be announced soon. The full schedule, including dates and time change, will be available on the official AF1 site. But now we got like more when they give out schedule, it's more like a time frame, basically from like usually looks like they're gonna have some games Friday through Sunday, or in some cases maybe Monday. So now we got, of course, now they're basically calling this week 0. March 7th through the 10th, Orlando at Southwest Kansas, and Wilkes-Barre Corpus Christi. If they were going to choose the game of the week, I actually might go with Orlando and Southwest Kansas than having the two newer franchises of AF1 there, but we'll see about that. Then the weekend before St. Patrick's Day, Albany at Orlando, Arizona at Oregon, Billings at Washington, Nashville at Wilkes-Barre, Southwest Kansas at Corpus Christi. Albany and Orlando is definitely the Sunday night game for that week. March 21st through 23rd, Oregon at Washington, Orlando at Wilkes-Barre, Saline at Arizona, Southwest Kansas at Albany. I actually might go Oregon and Washington the first one for the Sunday game. Albany at March 28th through 30th, Albany at Nashville, Billings at Orlando, Saline at Corpus Christi, Wilkes-Barre at Southwest Kansas. Ooh, that's a tough one. It's either going to be Albany at Nashville or Billings at Orlando for the Sunday night one. April 4th, 6th, only 3 games. Albany at Salina, Arizona at Washington, and I would go Orlando at Nashville for the Sunday night game on that one. April 11th through 13th, Billings at Albany. That probably one it's the rematch of the Arena Football League Championship. Corpus Christi at Washington, Oregon at Arizona, Southwest Kansas at Saline, and Wilkes-Barre at Nashville. April 18th to 20th, Arizona at Billings, Nashville at Washington, Oregon at Salina, Southwest Kansas at Corpus Christi, and Wilkes-Barre at Orlando. That's a tough one to figure out for that one week. April 25th to 27th, Albany at Nashville, Arizona at Southwest Kansas, Orlando at Billings, Salina at Wilkes-Barre, and Washington and Oregon. Albany and Nashville probably for that one. May 2nd through the 4th, Albany at Wilkes-Barre, Billings at Arizona, Corpus Christi at Nashville, Oregon at Washington, and Salina at Southwest Kansas. Pretty good rivalry week nonetheless. So that one's a hard one too to figure out what will be the Sunday night game advice. Corpus Christi at Oregon for May 9-11, Nashville at Albany, Salina at Orlando, Southwest County Billings, and Washington at Arizona. Probably Nashville and Albany. May 16th, 18th, only 2 games. Southwest Kansas at Oregon or Washington at Billings. Washington and Billings. May 23rd through 25th, Billings at Salina, Corpus Christi at Southwest Kansas, Nashville at Orlando, or Oregon at Arizona, or Wilkes-Barre at Albany. Ugh. Another tough one to figure out to be the Sunday game week. May 30th through June 1st, Arizona at Albany, Nashville at Corpus Christi, Oregon at Billings, Orlando at Wilkes-Barre, Washington at Salina, probably Oregon and Billings for that one. June 6th through 8th, Albany at Orlando, Arizona at Billings, Corpus Christi at Oregon, Nashville at Wilkes-Barre, Salina at Southwest Kansas, Albany and Orlando for the Vice game. And for the final regular season, Billings at Oregon on June 13th to 15th, Billings at Oregon, Corpus Christi at Salina, Orlando at Nashville, Washington and Arizona, and Wilkes-Barre and Albany. If I would have, it'll be Orlando and Nashville for the Vice game. So now we got a more picture clear deal for now the hope for the final AF1 schedule. They didn't do a live broadcast when we did it a few months ago, but it's a little bit more clear. And unfortunately, with the irregulars, it kind of messed everything up. So at least it's 12 weeks. We got 11 teams and then 3 weeks for playoffs. So It's going to be quite interesting. And a reminder with the divisions, you got East with Albany, Orlando, Nashville, Wilkes-Barre, Central, Southwest Kansas, Salina, and Corpus Christi, and West Oregon, Arizona, Billings, and Washington. So we kind of see what happens here. Hope they announce their super. I probably guarantee there'll probably be some games when it comes to on YouTube because about every league does that. So we'll see how that goes. Now let's go into more of the Indoor Football League now. I announced earlier they had three teams that were going to go dormant this year. They had a new team with Indiana Freight, and out of the three teams that went dormant, which is the team in New Mexico, the Duke City Gladiators announced that they have new ownership in the IFL. And here we go here. The Duke City Gladiators, a proud member of the Indoor Football League, are excited to announce a new chapter in the franchise history with the introduction of a new ownership group. Michael Feets and Bob Petrie have officially taken ownership of the team, succeeding Gina Prescorn Thomas, who has played an instrumental role in building Gladiators' foundation and fostering their success. Through a unanimous decision from the IFL Board of Directors, and ownership transfer from Princeton Thomas to Fritz and Petrie has been approved effective immediately. Michael Feets and Bob Petrie bring a shared vision of growth and excellence to the Gladiators, aiming to elevate the franchise to new heights. The transition has been a collaborative effort, with the new owners working closely with Prisker and Thomas to ensure a smooth handover and a continued commitment to the team's loyal fans and the Albuquerque community. Michael Phelps will operate as the general manager of the team. Both Mike and Bob are the type of owners that will not only elevate the Gladiator brand, but as the IFL as a whole. Stated IFL Commissioner Todd Tyron, I have been very impressed with their impact ties not only to Albuquerque, but the whole state of New Mexico. They both have a long track record of success, and I look forward to that carrying over the IFL. As part of the new exciting era, the Gladiators will take a hiatus for the 2025 season. During this time, the team will undergo a rebranding process and focus on securing a new venue to better serve its fans. The Gladiators are committed to making the 2026 season a landmark year as they return to action with renewed energy and deeper ties to the community. We are honored to be part of the Duke City Gladiators and the vibrant Albuquerque community, said Michael Fritz in a joint statement. Our goal is to build a strong foundation that Gina Prescorn Thomas established and take this franchise to the next level. We're looking forward to the team's bright future and its impact on fans, players, and the community as a whole. So now there's new ownership. Now the next step for them is to get a new venue. And then they'll be able to continue on here. So they just have to find a venue and get ready for the 2026 season. So good positive. It's like everyone, like out of the three teams that went dormant in the IFL, Duke City was the one that was the most surprising. So we're glad that that has been figured out here. The question is, do the other two franchises, like the Frisco Fighters, need also new ownership too? Is that also why they went dormant? Interesting question, and it'll be interesting to see how that goes here. And it's just interesting, like it's got new ownership, and also right now the Indoor Football League is doing some meetings here, and it has been teased about some new announcements, rumors of new teams, even though they have currently, as I said before, three that are dormant that are going to be coming into become active once again for the 2026 season. And so it just begs the question, because they have the newer team with the Indianapolis Freight, and then last year, of course, they had the franchise with the Jacksonville Sharks. So now comes the question: what is next? If they do announce the new teams, where would it go? Because last week was Zach Hellman Day. He did say that they did want to get more into the basically more from East Coast to the Mississippi River type region for their teams. So Ohio, Missouri, and probably some more too, because like they're fine building up like in the south and the west. It's the east, from the east coast onto like the central part of the United States, that they need to add some more teams. Of course, the newest one, as I said before, in Indianapolis and Indiana. So can we waiting to hear the news from them, and hopefully things will come back soon. So now we're going to take a little bit break, and then we're going to discuss about the Arena League and also about the newest football league with the commissioner of former Buffalo Bills Andre Reed as the commissioner. Okay, so with the newest arena football league coming into the arena football circuit, if you will, we have the Entertainment Football Association, though the logo for it is actually ENTFLA. So interesting how they chose that, but it's interesting nonetheless. And here's their mission statement. At Entertainment Football Association, our mission is clear: to create an exceptional and accessible sports and entertainment experience that resonates with people from all walks of life. We're committed to breaking down the barriers between sports and entertainment, fostering an environment where fans, athletes, and celebrities come together to celebrate not just the competition, but the community. To build 30 global branded teams by 2030. So they plan to have 30 teams by 2030. So in 5 years, talk about that's a pretty interesting build up there. Uh 30 by 30, 20% of the average team to build a scaled national and global pro sports league. Our core pillars: one, the ultimate spectacle; two, accessibility for all; and three, the pinnacle of talent. You get each one of the means right there. And it's kind of interesting. I'm looking at their site now. They post and they even have a breakdown what they want to do for game day events. Have a tailgating extravaganza, celebrity meet and greet. So thing with celebrities. So they're going to try to get some local celebrities involved with the teams here and do something there. Do like to rub shoulders with the stars, take photos, and create memories that will last a lifetime. It's a unique usually a different intense football action, game time. Of course, we know what that means. And then also have a concert it's seen for post game, so that's going to be interesting. They kind of want to do more of a combination of entertainment with sports that some leagues have done in the past, some successful, some not so successful. So it's going to be quite interesting, and they put a breakdown what to expect the first event. We're thrilled to announce that the inaugural ENFTF event is just around the corner. Join us in January for unforgettable day where entertainment and sports collide. Be part of history as we launch the future of sports entertainment. Stay tuned for updates and ticket numbers as we gear up for the most spectacular event of the year. Thank you for being part of the ENTFA journey. We can't wait to welcome you to the ultimate fusion of sports and entertainment. Together we'll create memories that last a lifetime. So the big the so far the one event that they're having in January is actually tomorrow, which they announce what the team in New York that will be playing at Long Island will be. So let's introduce, because as of right now with that New York team, which we have no idea what the deal is about currently, is that right now that would be the fourth team in the league here. So, and right now, all four of the teams, and they're basically starting the beginning of our country here. Of course, next year will be 250 years since the founding, and they're basically building the teams in the rich New England region of the original 13 colonies. First, you got the Danbury Diesel here. So you kind of got like a rhino here, but Danbury, where the arena is set up, there's actually like a train station museum type deal in Danbury, Connecticut. So they kind of want to have like a diesel theme to me, though. Like a rhino as a mask is not bad. I just why wouldn't you just have a diesel engine as a mascot there, though? That might be difficult. So having a rhino would be better. So it's not a bad idea, and colors are pretty nice too. You got the blue, kind of have like a darker version of Boise State, basically, in my opinion, with the darker shades of blue and orange. Next one, you got the Fetchburg's Hero in Massachusetts. Whoop, sorry, wrong one. There we go. And base in the best way I could take it, it's basically like another darker version, basically of underdog, if you will. Instead, of course, it's more of a bloodhound type of breed for the dog, with the colors of red and blue. I kind of like it. You got the shield back there with trying to get the whole with the hero type of theme that they're going for there. And then, actually, what is my favorite, which I kind of like, is for the New Jersey team. And it's been a while there's been an arena team in New Jersey, from what I recall. So, and that is the New Jersey Ciphers. You got an owl with wearing a, as I said before, they're kind of going with the original 13 colonies, and they're wearing a hat during the colonial period. And then you kind of have with the feet of the owls there. Let me bring it back. Kind of has the codex that was in the Da Vinci Code film book deal. So that was kind of interesting there. So as of right now, they have 14th for this league here. And now it's very more. So as I said before, tomorrow they're going to announce the New York team, and the for Long Island, that's the more closest to New York City. So, and like I said before, I wish they had a team in like the major parts of New York City and the island Manhattan, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen in Madison Square Garden. It's not going to happen in the Brooklyn Stadium. It's just that it's just too expensive, and it's not how it is with the New York Dragons back in the 90s there. And boy, like I remember the Dragons, they were cool. They had the best branding, and I like playing them in the Arena Football League games. So it's disappointing, but they're going to have a team soon, and it's been a while. And now, so far as I know, it's them and Albany in the state of New York. So we'll see if there's any other teams that come in the state of New York. Now, the question is, I actually would like to see an arena team in Maine up there in that region, just because, like, it's Maine. Why not? So there goes that there for the new League of Entertainment Football Association. Now let's get to the Arena League. And this is just breaking news today. And looks like for the Iowa Woo, the head coach has stepped down. Yeah, here we go. For January 14, 2025, for immediate release. It is a heavy heart that we announce Coach Mook Hollywood Zimmerman has decided to step down as head coach of the Iowa Arena football team. Coach Mook shared this decision was not made lightly. From day one, you welcomed me with open arms, and I've always considered you and your family a part of my own. The support and trust you have shown me throughout my time with the team has meant more to me than I can fully express. Coach Mook has chosen to pursue an opportunity outside of football in order to be closer to his family, a decision we wholeheartedly respect. We are deeply grateful for his contributions to the Iowa Woo and the dedication, leadership, and passion he brought to the team. The Iowa organization wishes nothing but success in his future endeavors. Jeff Holmes and Julie Stone, owners, Iowa Woo. So now you got the Iowa Woo in the Arena League looking for a new head coach. I don't think it's going to take that long. They might just promote from within, but we'll see. So I don't think it'll be that long. Besides, I'll just give an example here because now with all the updated schedules to the other leagues, it's time to do basically what is the start dates for this arena football season here this year in 2025. And of course, now for some weird reason, I'll put it up again. It's just a weird schedule here for the basically relaunch AIF that starts on Valentine's Day, February 14th. That's the first one that starts. The next one after that's the National League. After they got their schedule also revamped for a departure of one team from the Harrisburg. And they start on Friday, February 21st, a week later. Then after that, you got Arena Football 1 on March 7th, with week 0 starting out with 2 games. Then you have the Indoor Football League starting out on March 21st, 2 weeks later. And then for the Arena League, they start their season more close to the summertime on May 30th. So now we got the starting dates there. So we'll see about the new Entertainment Football Association because, as I said right now, they got 4 teams. They haven't announced a schedule yet, and we'll see if there's even more teams. And I will say, having a goal of trying to get 30 teams by 2030 is going to be an interesting challenge, in my opinion. Hopefully they do it. Of course, the Arena League they started with 4. Now they are 6 on their second year. Like, I don't recall what their dominant goal was. I think they're going to plan to increase 2 each year, so even they won't get to 30 if they follow that type of plan. So it'll be interesting to see how Entertainment Association is. And then with Andre Reed as the commissioner, like, I did see a video that they have on the website, and like, he's very passionate about it, and even has his wife kind of involved in it. I don't recall what position she has. It's just that, like, once I saw it, I'm like, okay, please be better than Lee Hutton at his wife. Please be better than that, because that was just terrible. And hopefully they just do better. And I I'm hoping for the best there. And like, I don't get, like, from watching, I don't get similar vibes that between him and Lee Hunt. Lee Hunt, of course, he was more of a lawyer type deal. Reed still has the passion of as a football player, a professional football player from his playing days in Buffalo, and so it'd be interesting if it seems like he might have more of a passion and looks like want to get things right. When unfortunately lawyers are good sometimes, but dear Lord, they can really muck us up, even if they're against you or for you. So it's just it you just kind of have to hope that positive vibes for this new inaugural thing, and also see what other places are going to have teams. Because, like I said before, there's more teams going to be announced for this, and with the meetings with Indoor Football League, are they going to be announcing even more teams as well? And as I said before, you just had 3 that went inactive. One just got new ownership. Are the other 2 teams getting new ownership? So now we just have to wait for. Let's see if I could put like a timetable things for each league. Course for AIF, how do you watch the games? You only have 3 teams in the league, and also facing other non-league teams. As I said before, that's how the schedule is here, and it's like, really, really. it, it'll just be interesting to see how they fix there. And then, of course, NAL, they're going to have some stuff on YouTube, and it'll and I'm it'll and they'll probably have more type of broadcast too. AF1, we already know Vice TV, and then we'll see what the other streaming partners that they're going to announce. I wouldn't be surprised if some games will be on YouTube as well, especially with their new AF1 channel. And then, of course, the IFL, they will have all their games mostly on YouTube. And of course, some of them will be already from regional broadcast feeds from those games. And then the Arena League, all their games on YouTube. And most of the games each week are basically at the same time. I know for week one there's one game on Friday, then they just play at the same time with the same time zone as of right now. So I kind of wish they didn't do that, but that's how they roll at the time being. But they're doing something right. Second year, add two teams, and they're ready to go and try to keep going and grow the Arena League. And Arena football is growing better. And also, like Zach said, the Arena League has kind of come a feeder system for the other leagues, especially in AF1. So it's interesting how this game grows for how the leagues, because they're actually help each other and it creates good competition, and hopefully we'll see how it goes through tune and hopefully a little bit less chaos.